guys, I've recently played a few new Nintendo games for me. Some new, some old, some funky. Some of them are cozy, some of them are not. I wanted to talk about that. I want to do like almost like a wrap up every now and then. I don't want to make it like a monthly thing because I don't know if I'll play that many new games every single month to make it interesting. But every now and then I want to do a little wrap up like people do with books and movies and stuff. Like these are the games that I've played and this is what I think upon like initial gameplay. Subscribe to the like, comment for engagement. I also have some other channels and some other social media platforms. They'll all be in the description. Let's get into it. I played Aka, which is a new cozy game that people are really anticipating. Like there was some hype behind it. It's like this red panda and you're on this like island and you get to just, it's a typical cozy game. You wander around, collect stuff, build stuff, all that good stuff, you know, and it's about £10 that I paid for it. Just smacked myself in the chest. It is kind of disappointing to me. I opened it for maybe 20 minutes and immediately there was just, you know when you open a game, even if it's good, but it just takes you a minute to get into it because there's just something off about it. There's something that just feels off about the vibe, the ambiance, the art style. Like everyone is individual in their needs of games. I think sometimes a game just doesn't scratch your itch. This game didn't scratch my cozy itch necessarily. It just feels a bit cheap, which it is, so it's fine. But to me, it just doesn't feel like a game that is like, fleshed out, and I don't know, there was just something about it that felt clunky. Like the movements are clunky. I also feel like the controls on the Switch are quite clunky. Like it doesn't feel natural. It feels like a lot of things are very like, or like you're getting around, like you can't click things. And then I was watching my favorite cozy YouTuber play it on live. And we had the same issue with the same moment where we were like, we're pressing it, why isn't it working? And it was just a completely roundabout way of doing something. And there are apparently a lot of glitches that I didn't get to that a lot of people did, like things just not working, the inventory not being able to be expanded, so people just dropping stuff on the floor. And apparently a lot of these issues will be fixed through patches, which I do believe, but to me this just feels like a game that isn't scratching my itch. So maybe I'll give it another chance in a while, but right now I'm a bit like, about it. Let me know if you've been playing it, what you think. I also got Bed and Breakfast because I've been eyeing it up and looking at it on the eShop. I heard that the controls are clunky on the Switch because it is supposed to be a PC game, which makes sense. It does feel like a mouse and keyboard kind of game, but I tried it anyway because someone in the comments was like, oh, if you like Cozy Grove, you might really like Bed and Breakfast. So I got it and I do like it. It does give me the same feels as Cozy Grove. It has a similar art style to the point where I thought it was made by the same studio. I don't think it is. It looks the same, it feels the same. However, Bed and Breakfast is a little bit more clunky with the controls. You can tell that it is a PC game through and through. You have to click really weird ways to get into like the craft. It just, you know, it does feel like it isn't truly like a free game where you can do whatever you want. There is like a way to win in the game and like get people, like you're basically opening a bed and breakfast, but you don't get to really decorate it the way you want to decorate it. You have to decorate it in a way that makes people give you a high rating, which just means putting a lot of stuff in each room. So there is like a formula to it. I think it's a nice game that you can play for about an hour every day, but it's not like my top favorite game. I just think it's very cute and I like it. Since I've mentioned Cozy Grove, let's also talk about Cozy Grove. My fave new cozy game. I love how short it is in the sense that you can't really get more than like an hour to 2 hours of gameplay a day because after that you're given no new tasks. So you can go around and like collect stuff, I guess, if you want, but the tasks are for that day. And I love it. It incentivizes me to come on every day, play for a bit and leave. It's a wonderful little game. I think all of you should get it. It's so good. Also in the first like 15 days that I was playing the game, I hadn't missed a single day, and I only missed days recently because it's building up to Christmas and it's obviously a busy time of year, but other than that, like I'm not missing days. I also tried fully Coffee Talk. There is a lot of reading and the latte art is a little bit difficult to do, which I was looking forward to the like latte art the most. That felt like a really cozy thing to me and it's very difficult. I don't know if I'm just stupid, but it feels difficult. So that's a bit disappointing. I do love the whole like novel in a game situation, but it is a game that you have to sit down and like not do anything else. You have to like read, so you can't listen to anything else. And I do love to play cozy games while I'm watching other stuff. So this is a very specific game for a specific person, a specific time of day. Disney Dreamlight Valley, love it. I was a bit not harsh on it because I do still believe the things I said. Like there are a lot of bugs and glitches. My game has been glitching a little bit here and there, not much, nothing that's crazy. You don't ever lose your save file because it saves all the time, but it has glitched to the point where I have to close it and reopen it again. I love the creative aspect of it. Decorating the whole island and decorating your house is super free. You can literally move anything. There isn't anything on the island that you can't move. as far as I'm concerned. And you get to place new things everywhere, and like you get to unlock different parts of the island, and when you unlock them, you're unlocking like a character. It's really good. The collecting aspect of it is really nice. You walk around the island, you collect stuff, you either sell it or use it for something. The shop's very good, like there's new stuff every day, and it's a lot of stuff to buy, to wear or put in your house or put on the island. And it's obviously Disney, so I'm a Disney kid through and through. It's a great game. I really like it. Other than the bugs here and there, it's good. And they do have a customer service team. If you have any queries about, you know, you bought the founders pack but you didn't get things, or things are glitching, yada yada, you can just email them and they will respond. It takes a minute for them to respond. I'm assuming they get a lot of requests right now for kind of help, but they will respond. And if you don't respond back, they will catch up and be like, hey, you had an issue and you didn't respond back. They did that to me because I thought I didn't get something in my founders pack, but I did end up getting it. So they're very good with kind of keeping up with complaints and stuff like that. Recently, I rediscovered Mario and Rabbids, the Kingdom Battle is called. And the new one's called Sparks of Hope. So I saw that Sparks of Hope was on a massive discount, 25% discount for the holidays. It went down to like £35 essentially. So I was like, okay, I'll get it, because I remember buying the Kingdom Battle one ages ago, played it like once and then didn't play it again. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll get into the first one and buy this one on a discount. And it's so good. I don't know why I didn't continue playing it when I originally got it. It is so good, so much fun. It's probably one of my favorite Mario games like of all time. I think this like series is so good. I think original Mario games to me have gotten a bit stale. Like even Odyssey wasn't really my favorite game of all time. I think I played it for maybe 10-20 minutes. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm being honest right now, that's a non-popular opinion. I think Mario games have gotten a bit stale over the years. I'm kind of sick of the platform way of things. This is so good. This is so good. You essentially walk around this like world and you're like collecting coins and walking around, and you've got all these characters and you build like your team that you fight with, and you enter a battle and you have one move per character, which is you can move somewhere and then shoot at the Rabbids, and then you do that per character. So you have a special move as well, and then it's their turn to do the same. They can move and hit you once, and then you're basically trying to get rid of the whole other team. It's so good, such a good addictive game, and you can play it for literally like 10-20 minutes, do just like one battle or two battles and then leave. So I'm so looking forward to now getting to play Sparks of Hope on such a discount. Honestly, it's actually a really cozy game. Very cozy game, if you make it cozy. I also talked about It Takes Two, which is the best co-op that I've played in years. It will cause arguments, but it will also help you resolve those arguments. It will help your communication so much. It's such a fun game. You are two like on the verge divorcees. Like this is a couple that's about to get divorced. They told their child, and their child made them into like these like tiny dolls that have to run around the world and like get back to her so she can turn them back into humans. It's great. And you have to have two people playing. You can't play on your own. And like you have different tasks depending on which character you picked. You just help each other get around the world, and it's so fun. It's such a fun game that you can just play for like half an hour every day. And it's apparently about like 10 hours of content. And then recently I've also started playing Splatoon 3. It's a game that I started playing this month and I love it, but there are not as many maps. Like I think there are like 2 maps for the general mode. And then it's like the battle mode, which I lose every single time. I cannot wait for children to get this game during Christmas, because after Christmas, I'm actually gonna win some games. Because I think right now, because the game is quite like niche, not niche, it's a massive game. It literally won the Game Awards, but it's kind of like if you're playing it if you're really good at it, or if like you like Splatoon 2, so now you're playing Splatoon 3, and this is like a game that came out right before Christmas, so I think all the kids are gonna get it for Christmas. So now it's just like the experts playing the game, and I'm not an expert at this game. So I'm just waiting for the kids to come on so I can actually like progress in life. There are not many maps yet, and I am getting an issue where I keep on getting an error that pops up when I play like, you know, the battle mode where like you have like 5 games that you have to play, and you have to like win at least 3 of them. At the end of the first game, I'll get an error and it completely throws me out of the match. It keeps on happening. I don't know why, and I've Googled it and other people have had the same issue too. So Splatoon 3 is a bit of a buggy, kind of boring game right now. I love the concept and I love playing Splatoon 3. I loved Splatoon 2, but I just want more from the game. That's me. Done with all the games I've played recently. Subscribe to the bell, like, comment for engagement. Let me know what you have been playing this month, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.